If you wanna be my friend, you would better go and get a pen. There you go. Maybe we can keep in touch like they did in the old days. It wasn't so long ago. Oh, ladies and gentlemen, wish you well. Chad Daniels is joining the Pen Pals.
Sign your
Pen Pals. Ladies and gentlemen,
Man, you crushed
Chad
it,
Daniels
Thank
of
you.
Chad Daniels Incorporated fame.
Thank you.
Comedian.
Great comedian with the name of a
Painter.
country star.
Surfer.
Thank you. Oh, yeah. That's
Writer.
Mm-hmm.
Poet. Laureate.
Yeah.
Friend.
What is a poet?
Documentary
What is a poet and what is a poet
subject.
laureate? What is a poet laureate?
It's an award.
Yeah.
So what does that mean? What is it called a laureate? What does it mean?
You've been
laureate?
awarded. Laureate. It's French for accomplishment or achievement in your field.
Now, is that because you had the best poem?
Oh, no.
Is that wrong?
I have no idea. That's
not
why I
wrong.
just feel so dumb.
Wait,
What?
do you feel smarter now knowing that we're also dumb?
I'm not dumb. I just told you what it meant.
I just don't know if it's...
he doesn't know he's stupid.
I just don't know. I'm so nervous about this.
Why?
Well, because... is it right? Are you sure
A
that's
poet
right?
laureate?
Yeah.
I am 100% sure.
Oh, but
Now,
also
look,
Daniel
I'm
knows to
making
sell
it
things
up.
with confidence.
But I'm 100% sure.
Poet laureate is an award you get for a high accomplishment in your field.
Yes, it's
We're
essentially
saying
the
that,
same
Chad,
as
are
like
you
a
and I agreeing with that?
I would
'Cause we don't
always
know.
pick your thing on Boulder Dash.
Thanks,
always.
buddy. It's like a Michelin. It's a Michelin. A laureate is.
That's a poet laureate of compliments.
You have been-
that you
Thank
just did right there.
It means you have been published in the French publication of the Laureate Awards. They give.
No, hold on, Lissa.
Do you know that if you...
I believe this
it's only a laureate if it comes from France.
from
Anywhere
Hugh
else,
Laurie.
it's
Yeah.
just
From
it's
Hugh
just
Laurie.
sparkling
Right.
awards.
Right. Yeah. So when you get like a mimosa, you're saying.
Right.
Exactly.
Right.
What is it, Lissa? I have to know.
Boy, are
now
you
that
really?
we know Daniel is full of SHIT.
Well, hold on. If you
we don't
think I'm
curse
wrong-
on this show.
If you think I'm
folks.
wrong, give your guess before she says.
I think a poet laureate is like a. Why is it poet? There's like, it's an award, but why is
It's
poet
published into the French publication of great collections of poetry.
I think there was a
It's
man or
an
woman
award.
named Laureate,
there?
and they were a poet.
Okay.
And then they used to go, "Hey, do you know that poet laureate?" And they were like, "Oh yeah." And then they were very good at it, so then
It
they
became
kind
a
of
term.
right.
Yeah.
My guess is it's someone who has read all of Edgar Allan Poe. And it's a
poet?
laureate. All right, what is it?
A laureate is a person who has been honored with an award for outstanding creative or intellectual achievement.
When the fuck did you get smart, dude?
I thought we didn't
your
swear
asses.
on this show.
Oh, that's right.
Hey,
I told your asses.
We over curse now just because Dad's here.
my dog's name is Poe,
Yeah.
and I was walking him, and then I heard a woman going, "Poe, come here," and I go, "How do you know my dog's name?" And she goes, "That's my dog's name," and I go, "Your dog's name is Poe?"
And you guys kissed.
No, and she said, "Yes, my 16-year-old soon-to-be stepdaughter named our
Soon
dog."
to be stepdaughter.
Yeah, I know.
That either means she's marrying a guy who has a daughter or she hasn't told the guy yet. I'm out.
I bet it's the first one.
I thought it was her way of inviting
would it
me
still be your
to the
step-
wedding.
it would be your daughter if you're out. You'd still be your daughter. Go ahead. Sorry.
So, no, that's quite all right. So
I feel like I'm in Flowers for Algernon. I was really smart a few minutes ago. Now I'm getting dumber. And I also hate
But the
this
fact that
because-
you went Flowers for Algernon instead of My Fair Lady, that was smart. You're back up to smart.
I'm about to make you feel very smart.
Okay, yes, I want to hear.
So she goes,
Sorry.
16-year-old soon-to-be stepdaughter named our dog after Edgar Allan Poe. And she goes, "How about you?" And I go, "Oh, I'm 47, and I named mine after the panda in Kung Fu Panda." So I am not a laureate of any
That's
kind.
wonderful.
A Poe at Laureate.
Yes.
Although Kung Fu Panda are great movies.
So good.
But in all
funny,
seriousness,
very
Chad
funny.
is a great comedian and an even better friend.
Well,
I'm an okay friend.
let's leave it at great comedian.
I'm an okay.
Yeah, but I'm partial.
Thank you.
Because you meet comics and some you're like good guy or like funny, like him, whatever on the same. And then there's some people you meet and you're like, oh yeah, how long do you want to be in a car together for? That's how I felt when you and I met.
Thank you. I agree.
And so maybe I'm just partial because I haven't given you enough opportunity to let me down.
Sure.
And I constantly see
Yeah.
you in good time situations.
Yeah.
That's most comics, though.
I'll let you
Right.
down. You don't worry about that.
Our
Same.
mutual friend Kevin Williams told me of Chad before I met you. I don't know if you remember this. And then at JFL in like 2009 or something like that, you and I randomly ran into each other. And I think Kevin had maybe told you about me.
Yep.
And it was just like instantly hanging out. And I try to tell people that is the vibe of like regular down to earth, like funny people. They're always like, no, you're my friend until one of us fucks it up. Do you know what I mean? And so instead of saying, hey, let's get to know each other, comics, for the most part, when they're that personality type, they start at, fuck that. Let's just pretend we already very much know each other,
Right, exactly.
and then we'll work backwards. And it's so great,
like,
'cause you just start doing bits. I think we did a bit right out of the gate. I don't know if you remember this. I think it was like something, we were crossing a street. Do you remember this at all? We were crossing a street, and we did something about like karate in the middle of the street as we were, and it took a second, and I was like, Chad, oh yeah, you're Chad.
Were we showing each other moves?
I think we were doing something like that.
In the
It was in
street?
Montreal. It was like everybody going back to the hotel. I think the shows in the night was kind of like winding down, and it was so funny to me. And I think I think I was with my manager, and I think she goes, "Who is that?" And I go, "That's the first time I've met him." She was like, "What?" And I was like, "Yeah, that's the first time he and I have ever spoken to each other ever."
Yeah. It's like you're like instant college buddies.
Yes, yeah,
Like
yeah.
oh, we're just
Right,
gonna act.
exactly.
We're gonna fill it
Yeah.
because I think we met doing probably Douglas movies.
Yes, that's right.
And then we were talking about this earlier. We did. Well, you were there, but where were you?
Wait, for what?
Were you?
For what? When?
Clusterfest.
When?
Don't
When
act
we
like
did
this,
Clusterfest,
man.
remember that huge
Where
hall?
were
Yes.
you?
So that night,
You mean our live pen pals? That was one of the best live podcasts anyone has ever.
the guy who randomly just wanted air conditioning.
We went up to a guy and we were like, "Would like ask him a question?"
Who used to
and
do
he was
meet and
like,
greets.
"Oh, I don't know this.
Quality
I'm just
meets.
here. It's hot out." And we were like, "Oh,
Not a bad
all
guy.
right.
Oh, I love it.
All right, cool."
So I had gone to a dive bar earlier in the night, and then I told Chad, I'm like, hey, we're going to this dive bar later. And it was
But how did you explain it? Do you remember?
the microwave.
Yeah.
There's a microwave on the passenger side
On
of
the
the bar.
patrons, he goes, there's a microwave on the patron side in case you want to bring your own snacks and warm them up.
really?
And I
Yes.
thought, this is a bar I need to.
There,
Yeah.
the seating was bar stools, and then beyond that, it was old couches and office chairs.
That's a place that gets it.
There was
If they're
still,
providing a microwave,
Right.
and
It
they're
was-
saying, "Bring BYO,"
it was June. There was still Christmas decorations up. Remember,
place always smells like Hot Pockets.
dude? The place
Number
was-
one microwave
it's-
thing in that bar for sure.
So it was one of those festival deals where Chad and I end up going with a couple of other people, right? Should we name them or name them? You feel free. 'Cause
No.
I don't remember their names.
Yes, you do.
No, I don't. Charlene
gonna
and
say
Jessica.
okay.
Yeah, Charlene and Jessica Kelly. And so then we went over there, and it was one of those deals where people started being like, "Where are you guys at?" And I think just enough people in our small group of 4 told like Sean Patton and then like a couple other people. And by this bar,
It
that
grew.
as I
It
said to him
grew.
earlier,
when you guys got there, was it kind of empty?
dude,
Oh,
An empty bar.
there
is
was
my
people.
favorite
Remember those
bar.
two
They
people
weren't
having
ready.
sex on the pool table?
no.
The man and woman down at the end just got on top of the pool table and started
I
going
do
at
not
each
remember
other.
that.
Yes.
Okay, hold on. Let me just get this straight. And this is maybe the most Midwestern thing about you. Is that you don't remember the couple having sex on the pool table, but you do remember access to the microwave.
Absolutely.
Oh,
I
it was a
probably
big
was
selling
using the
point.
microwave while they were fornicating. I'm like, guys,
This is in San Francisco.
can you keep it down? I need to hear my popcorn popping to know when it's done.
Guys, what are you doing?
So divey. I don't know if it made it. I hope it did. It feels like a cockroach. It'll never die.
Yeah.
It's called Club 93. Anyway, by the end of the night, somehow this became like the unofficial after party of
It
Clusterfest.
was
Yeah.
awesome.
You could not move it. There was all these comics, and everybody was walking and be like, "Where are we? Who is
Yes.
this place?" And then we're like, "Who told you we were here?"
Yeah.
And it just
grew.
grew. Oh, the poor bartender.
It's like in high school back before, cell phones. It was like pagers and just
Yeah.
going, someone calls you back at a payphone.
Yeah,
Where's
meet at
the
the Moon
party
Tower.
at? And then someone has to tell you and try to like write this down on a napkin.
Club
This is how you
93.
get there.
It's like high school in health class.
Yeah.
When they were like, so if you have an SUD, or SUD, if you have an STD and you
A
give it to
sexual
someone.
utility
Yeah,
disorder?
device. Yeah. Call them dildos now. So if you have an STD and you have sex with one person, and then they have sex with two people, and then they both have sex with two people, it's like
Why do
that's
we
how it
assume that as
spreads.
it goes up, these people are more whorish? Like, and then that person has sex
Yeah.
with 5 people. Like, it is still high school.
Yeah, but it's also like the original pyramid scheme.
It's like I'm the most monogamous person that's ever lived, but I'm just having sex with all these.
But if someone has STDs and they have sex with Chad, and now Chad has the STDs, and then Chad sleeps with 10 people, it's like, time out. 10 people?
Yeah, when they used me as the example, and they were like, and if you have an STD and you have sex with Chad, then that's where it ends. Because he keeps that for himself. He's selfish
Anyways.
and no one loves him.
Anyways, I'm trying to tell you guys, get to Chad. Just try to get to
Look,
Chad.
if everybody
and
could
then
just have
everyone
sex
stop.
with Chad, and then you're like, well, technically I would then be a slut. Like,
Everyone has to fuck Chad.
The fuck stops here.
want to go?
Let's go letters!
Are we jump? How do we jump in?
Wait, what are we doing?
Aren't we supposed to teleport or something?
Oh.
Okay, ready?
We teleport?
yeah, weren't we? Supposed
Is that true?
Hold on.
I don't
Do
know
that
the
again.
show
Do that
you-
again.
Okay,
I'm
ready?
coming with you.
Okay, ready? Ready?
I don't
gonna
know
be a
the
good
show
one.
anymore.
That's
I don't
gonna be
know
a
the
good
show
one.
anymore.
There are aspects of this show that if you've never watched it on YouTube, I wonder what you think is happening.
Also, never and write
If
us.
you only listen.
Write
yes,
us.
if you
Yes.
only listen.
That's a
We
Patreon.
did a bit a couple episodes ago where we were talking to specific cameras, and I'm like, someone's never going to watch this and go,
Yeah.
what the hell, you two?
But I think that's just good marketing. We're steering people towards the YouTube.
We should.
The YouTube
It's like,
channel.
like physical comics that only record albums.
Yes.
Like,
Hey.
I don't know
Yes.
what's going on.
On
Like
some-
listening to a Robin Williams album, you're like, yes, but I'm missing a lot. I'm missing a lot of
Do
the
you
show.
think Carrot Top has put out albums?
It couldn't. It's impossible.
Yeah.
That
It
would
that
be
What would it be? I
So
mean, honestly,
funny.
That would be Andy Kaufman-esque funny, but it would be like, what? I don't know what
Do you
he's talking
think, do you think Gallagher put out albums? And he's just, oh! Like,
I think Gallagher did put out albums because Gallagher did do like a set.
yes, he did.
And then it was Sledge-O-Matic. I bet he put out albums. Also,
He had to. That was
I mean,
albums. You made
albums-
so much money.
albums were all you like
Yes.
did. Specials were not
There was
what
no
they are
radio.
now.
There was no radio.
I
to hear
opened for
comics.
Gallagher when he was touring. It was called the Gallagher Monologues.
Yeah.
And he heckled me. He came on stage and heckled me.
Shut
During your
yeah,
act.
Yeah.
Chad.
I've heard stories about him going up with people opening, and he does that supposedly because he genuinely believes there is a finite amount of laughs that can happen at a show.
He
Doesn't, and he thinks that and it's probably because you were doing well.
He's a man. Yeah, he was heckling me because I was talking about something close to Louisville, and he goes, "You can't make fun of horses in Kentucky," and then he just kept
Yeah.
heckling me.
Yeah.
And he's a guy that I think likes to blow out other people's candles to
Yeah,
make
yes.
his
Oh, yes.
shine brighter.
100%.
Right, yes.
Yes.
It
I
was, it was
guarantee you it's because you were doing well.
How many shows did you do with him?
tough. Just that one.
Yeah, no
'Cause he
kidding.
got-
Gallagher,
up on
I do
stage.
make fun of horses in Kentucky, and it's because I don't want to end up where you're at. So
did
this is why
say-
my career is this way.
I did say, "Good luck without your melons, you dick," and I handed him the microphone. And then I heard a bunch of glasses break, and a server dropped their tray because they were like, "What is happening right now?" It was so much fun.
I hope you
Good
did.
luck without your melons, you dick. Is good. There's no other comic that would make any sense to. There's only him, where everyone's like, "Oh yeah, he's the melon smasher guy." Who is this? Me,
Yeah.
Ready?
dear friends. I am.
That's amicable
That's
enough.
nice.
Yeah,
And we have a guest.
I know. It includes you.
Thank you.
Dear friends, I am turning 40 next year.
Yes.
I am horrified at this idea, even though I hate that I care about aging at all. I'm a woman, but it does seem like growing older affects men as much as women. Why is changing a number such a big deal? Did you do anything fun for your 40th? And do you have any ideas of what I could do to celebrate the occasion? I'm thinking about taking a trip. P.S. I don't drink alcohol and hate sports. Boy, our work is cut out for us on this one. But other than that, I'm pretty much down for whatever. Thank you, Love you guys.
Ding dong, ding.
Bing bong, bing bong, bing bing bing.
dong, ding.
And I just want to put this out there for future listeners who decide to write us a letter. Include how you'd like to be addressed in the letter, and let us know if it's okay if we say your name or not. In
Or
this
if you
case,
or
we were
don't,
unclear.
and we won't.
Yeah, in this case, we were unclear, so we didn't. We just played it safe, and we didn't say someone's name. Some people like to remain
Yeah.
anonymous.
So for this letter, we're just gonna call you gross 40-year-old.
Gross 40. That's how we help. This is
The story of a girl.
the story of 40. I like this letter because we are now 42.
Oh, okay, keep it to
Our
yourself.
40th.
You might be.
Our 40th.
I'm
was,
47.
Ugh,
I know.
God,
But-
barf.
But luckily, I look 62. So that's
47.
pretty
So
cool.
that's what I
What do
got
you-
going for
You
me.
keep buying baseball hats because you're like, it's got my birth year on it.
Look at this.
Hey, I'm that.
Yeah.
Maybe I should jump out of this letter.
No,
and let
you're
you guys
very
do
much
it,
in this letter.
because,
No, you should jump in. You want to know why? Because when you turned 40, the world was fun and normal.
Yeah,
That's right. It
What
was
did you
so
do for your
long
40th?
ago.
Because ours was COVID.
Ours
and
was
so
over Zoom.
nothing happened.
On my 40th birthday, I put Jesus on a cross. That's how long it's been.
You did a Stations of the Cross?
So I
jealous.
was in the middle of a divorce.
yeah,
Okay.
good,
For it.
good
Great.
start.
Yeah, yeah.
But I will tell you, let's skip that because that doesn't
Ah.
have anything to do with this person. I would say your 20s, you make mistakes.
Yeah.
Your 30s, you spend that time learning from them and kind of getting back on track. And I will tell
and
you,
you get really good at sex.
So good. And my 40s have been easily the best decade.
Is that this is all genuine?
Yes, because
I love
you kind of know where you're headed at this point,
Yes.
which is interesting because they make you go to college at 18 and go, what are you going to do forever?
Exactly.
Nice try.
Couldn't agree more.
So in your 40s, you figure that out.
Also, you're older, but you still look good.
And you
Do you think
well,
so?
I stopped.
Yeah,
I
do you
stopped
think so?
trying it.
Him?
40.
yeah. Do you think Chad looks good?
Him?
I stopped trying it 40.
None of us want to answer.
No, I know.
Him? That's how you get out of it.
That's why.
Yes, Chad, right here.
That's
This
why
Chad.
I wear shorts the color that match my legs. So
But
it's the only intriguing
You have legs
thing.
almost as good as I do. Like,
Interesting.
you have good legs.
Nice of you to
This
say.
is the most confident outfit anyone has ever worn on this show as a
there's-
guest. I mean, this camera right down the barrel.
I
love
look.
it. Love it
I
for
look
you.
like. I look like a Ken doll. Because it looks like it's all skin and nothing. So
But it looks good.
But
you have
but
nice blonde
honestly,
hair on your legs.
if you first of all, if you don't drink, you're ahead of the game because drinking ages you.
Yes.
Yeah, very
so
much. ahead
you're
of the game.
already. You don't look 40. I can
Yeah.
promise you
Your
that.
skin is glowing, I bet.
You don't like sports. Awesome. You're not going to have to go destination to spend
Sure.
4 hours around
Yeah.
a stadium.
You'll never
full of
have to
people.
watch a loss.
Yeah.
But yeah, for sure go on a trip.
Wait, hold on. What did you do for your 40th?
Got divorced.
No, but
I
you
don't
did
remember. I
something.
mean, no, I know on the day I went out to eat with my mom and kids.
Okay.
I know that we had a little
Bennigan's?
hat.
Was it your favorite restaurant, or did you let the kids decide?
It was so I live in northern
Here,
Minnesota.
get up on this
One
a little bit more. I
restaurant.
worry.
You don't have
And
a
also have this hand there. as
you
the
don't have a
vessel.
you don't have a favorite restaurant in northern Minnesota. You go to
That's
the
not true.
you go to the restaurant.
There's no way.
You go to the restaurant
Wait, where part of where? Where are we
in
this
northern
story?
Minnesota
Oh, you,
on my
okay.
40th
I believe
birthday.
it.
So we went
I
to a
believe
place
it.
called Mabel Murphy's.
It's
I'm
probably
already in.
smaller than Rochelle,
Shout out.
right?
It
Do you
is.
think it's smaller than Rochelle?
13,000?
Not smaller than Rochelle.
What's Rochelle?
Really
9.
interesting. I didn't know that.
You guys want to know where I grew up?
But even I have a
78 million people.
Oh wow,
The
Tokyo.
biggest city ever.
that's incredible. Well, happy to have you here from Beijing.
yeah.
But even I have a favorite restaurant in Rochelle.
I mean, there aren't a lot of
I
restaurants
agree.
where I live. So
Yeah.
so we went there, and I remember having some pasta.
Yeah.
There you go.
There's a picture
Yeah, it's
with
40th.
my,
Live it
picture
up.
with my children where we have pasta hanging out of
Mustaches.
That's great.
Yeah, because it's like Kung Fu Panda.
Yeah, and then you did like a Lady and the Tramp thing, and it was
Well, not with
it
the
was
kids.
wildly inappropriate.
Yeah.
We should have
with your
started this.
son, you and your son, just doing the Lady and the Tramp.
Are
and
you
the noodle.
are you a birthday guy?
I am a birthday guy.
Okay, so you do enjoy your birthday and celebrate or having some occasion to do something fun.
Well, yeah, not necessarily for me anymore, but I have
Sure.
not. I have
course.
not seen my children on their birthday, and they're both adults.
Yep.
Yeah.
So eventually, that's going to get weird.
Actually, I think that's when it gets. My prediction is that's when we get the most fun.
Fun.
I mean, you came in and you just said my daughter and I went surfing, and I immediately was like, "Oh, that would be so fucking fun to like do shit as adults."
It is. It's an interesting. So I'm in this next stage of life. I don't know if this listener has children, but the
Doesn't
next
drink, probably
We'll
not.
never know. and doesn't like sports, and that's where kids happen.
But maybe it's like, I'm so sick of this football game. Will you just have sex with me? You don't know about that.
Right.
You don't know
So-
about that anomaly.
So I think 40s is great. I think you should be looking forward to it because 40
Yes.
isn't shit now.
Right,
you
right,
know?
yeah.
Well,
I agree. It does.
our
It does
40th
seem like the decades get aged out differently as time goes on because I don't know what it is. I guess youth just kind of bleeds upward in a way of like, you know, I bet by the time the three of us are in our 60s, people are like, yeah, it's kind of like you're 45. And honestly, I know maybe it sounds crazy now, but it really truly might be like, yeah, 60 is really. I mean, the older I get, the less I actually think 60 is like an old age. But when I was a kid,
Oh
I
my
thought
God.
40 was like 80. I was like, oh, when
Yeah.
you're 40, it's over. Your life is, that's it. You've done it. And now I'm like, I don't know. I don't even know how I feel about I literally look at the number 80 and I'm like, I feel like that's when you go, all right, I'm old.
Dude, when
70 doesn't
when I
even
look
feel
back at
right.
high school and I'm like, my coach was 24.
I know. And your teachers were so fucking young.
Yeah.
I remember being 5 years old. My parents were 23.
Yeah.
And I was looking at them like, so when do you guys die? When do I have to do this by myself? They just seem so old.
I know. It's crazy. My advice for a 40th is, and I'd like to think that I'm a big birthday guy, but I get excited until it's actually like time to do it, and then I don't know what to do
Sure.
for my birthday. I never even had a bachelor party. I was always like, let's just go on a big
One,
golf
you're-
trip. And
one,
I've
you're
never
going to.
put it together.
One, you're going to.
Yeah, it's not
Two,
over. Dream's
Yeah.
not dead.
Two,
You're right. You're right.
we celebrated our birthdays pretty well.
We
this
did
year.
have a good one this year. We were
still
in,
need to talk
we
about
went
that. Or
to
maybe we
Rochelle,
already
we
did.
went to the lake, the cabin, and we did. We watched Spring Break.
Hey, well,
I don't
let's
know
not
if we've
say
talked
that.
about
no,
this.
remember we're
Are
gonna
we
do,
saving this?
We're gonna do a non-guest episode where we do one letter and the other letter is us just talking
Recap.
about. Yeah,
Little
We
recap.
decided that at Dave Matthews. Remember?
And this is when you guys
Okay,
celebrated
we
your
were at-
42nd birthdays.
Yeah, this is what we did for our
Yeah,
42nd.
Yeah.
40
well,
42.
Rory's 42nd. I don't know why
42.
anybody cares how old anybody is.
Well, my 42nd is a little bit more special. It sort of comes after Daniel's, so it's like I'm closing for Daniel's birthday, which I think is pretty cool. I gotta say, this is what I think, and Daniel and I said this because COVID ruined our opportunity to have this big 40th blowout that we talked about doing on this show
Right.
for I think a year or two.
Yeah.
When we realized our birthdays were so close, we started talking about 40 and what we were gonna do.
Are you admitting you're the jinx that started COVID?
A little bit.
Okay.
This birthday planning was.
All right. Wow, this is a big announcement.
Can't help it.
So we
Glad
went
to
to
be here.
Wuhan. We tried to figure out what are we gonna do. But we were gonna put a big thing together and didn't happen. And then we still haven't even done this. But we had said from this point on, no matter whether it's a joint birthday or not, let's only ever have 40th birthdays unless it's 50, 60,
Sure.
70.
Yeah.
But all the others, the cake should say 40, the decorations should say 40, and people are like, but he's 78. He's my grandfather. And be like, happy 40th. I think that is hilarious to just always have a 40th birthday. I know that's not a tip on what you should do for your 40th, but I think it's a matter of not putting so much weight behind these birthdays. And I think Chad makes a good point here because I think it's less what is that big party or that big event or that big thing you did. And I think 40s are the decade to go, why go, hey, on my birthday, I'm going to go do this crazy thing. And why not go, hey, I'm actually going to make my lifestyle that I say yes more, that I do things that I look back going, I wish I'm to minimize the example here. I always wanted to learn pottery. It's like, then don't go, oh, I'm doing a pottery. I got actually my friends together and we're going to go do pottery and then we're going to a nice restaurant and getting drunk. It's like, great. But also, why not just fucking commit to doing all those things you didn't want to do? You know so much more of who you are as a person that I agree with you. I think 40s is a great time to go, you know what? I spent so much time wondering what life was going to be. Why don't I actually just start enjoying what life actually is?
Yeah.
And maybe realize that I've been holding the steering wheel the whole time. It wasn't just get out of college and follow the blueprint of what people tell you, but you've been holding the steering wheel the whole time and you are the one getting to make the choices. 40 is when the light bulb goes off and you go, fuck, I'm going to start having fun. I'm going to start doing those things that I never did. And I think some people interpret it as a midlife crisis. I don't think it's a midlife crisis. I do think you will start to feel physically older. Sure, that's natural. But I don't think it's a midlife crisis when someone goes, you know what, I actually am going to go buy a crazy sports car. It's like, did you want one when you were 6 years old? Yeah. It's like, yeah. And now that you're 40, you have financially done the numbers to go, oh, I actually think I could buy a sports car. It doesn't mean you're a lunatic who wishes you were younger. We all know those people. Yes, they have those midlife crises. But Reese's Pieces? Reese's crises?
Don't.
Reese's crises. But I think that it's more of you just going yes to your life and saying, you know what, fuck it. I get one shot at this. Why don't I start having more fun or doing more, you know?
Can I say a similar thing from a different angle?
1,000,000%.
I'm down for whatever motivates someone to do something special or big eventful for themselves.
Yeah.
So I do agree that it's like, just constantly be the change you hope to see in your life.
Yeah.
100%. You have the wheel, take the wheel always. But I will also say, if you're the type of person who
Get
your
back to
40th
church.
birthday makes you go, I've never been to Japan and I've always wanted to go, then if that was the reason it got you there, make that the reason. If that propels you to committing to it, buying the tickets, and going and doing it.
Yeah.
So I think if you don't, side note to my thing I'm saying, don't hate sports. You cannot be interested in them. That's totally fine, but don't hate them.
Shut the fuck up.
Well,
this whole thing, say
I
yes,
just don't
have
like
fun.
that.
Here's what's killing me.
Why would you hate
Why
them?
do you hate baseball?
Why would you hate it? Why would you hate it?
I get
Why
why
would
you'd
you-
hate
I
it. There's
I
probably
agree.
trauma.
But if you are someone that goes, yay, sports, you're
Right.
gonna be alone for a long time.
yeah.
Exactly.
You're gonna be alone through your 40s and probably
it's just
50s.
negativity no one needed, and you don't even need to have. Now, if you say, well, the amount people get paid or the impact on city, okay, then you hate that thing.
Yeah.
But just sports as like two people or a group of people versus another group of people being competitive for the sake of just having a good time.
Can I throw something out there that is maybe not at all that I totally call me off this pitch
Okay.
if I'm wrong.
Okay.
And little sports.
Let's get ready.
Little sports
And let's come at them
Yeah.
together.
Yeah.
and be ready. Team up.
We're gonna Voltron this.
Like if someone said you are going to visit a culture, there's a culture of people that live in a small town in, like, I don't know, just let's say one of the Dakotas. Let's say it's tribal. It's like Native American. You can go and experience their culture. You would go into that, and you would go, if you're a normal person, you would go into it open-minded, and you go, yeah, I'm here for the day to do the thing where I get educated on your culture. So I'm here to do all the things, even if it meant, and then you're going to go sit and, like, we'll show you what sitting in a council looks like. This is the food. This is what you drink. You would go all in.
Like the dinner in Temple of Doom.
Yeah, and you go, oh, this is fun. Exactly.
You
go,
better
this
get
is
that mic close to your mouth. You
Quit
scare me.
yelling at him. He's not even talking.
I don't want anybody to lose him.
Let me tell you.
Why
I'll
do
put
we
it.
wanna
I'll
hear
put
him
it to my
breathe?
mouth when I'm talking. Thank you. Here's the
I
thing.
I just care.
I told you I stopped trying when I turned 40.
I agree.
I've
always
I'm a
agreed with
tad bit overweight, and I think I breathe heavy.
Also, we get the convenience
Oh,
of not having to
that's
hold
fair.
these.
Heavily.
I
Yeah,
appreciate
and we get
your
to have this.
vulnerability.
This is
Yeah.
held for us.
Yeah.
I
So,
appreciate
do
your
work.
vulnerability.
so now I
in
bring it
saying
back down to
Okay.
listen.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Sorry.
You do that, you dive in, you go, show me the whole thing, and you go, that was really fun. Now, would it have been fun if you would have gone to it and just the whole time been like, this is what you eat, this is the day, this is what we're doing. Ugh.
Right.
Now you're going to a buddy's barbecue, and they go, look, we all love the Chicago Bears, and they're playing today. We do a big barbecue. Come over about 30 minutes early before the game. Everybody hangs out. We put on music. We're
Play
drinking.
bags.
We do like songs we did. It's some of my friends from college, but everyone here's a huge Chicago Bears fan. Don't you feel like, oh, you know what? You know what's fun? I don't give two fucks about football.
Agreed.
And I definitely don't care about the Chicago Bears.
No need to.
But if you invited me to that party, I would show up and I would go, do you have an extra jersey? I'm here to do the thing because I realize that's what makes it fun.
Right.
And I'm only saying this, our writer is not necessarily this
No,
person.
we're talking
But
about
to
it.
your point of
Right.
going, sports, it's like, but if you understand that there's a community around it, and yes, sometimes those can be very douchey,
Toxic, yeah.
but if they're not, it's a fucking really fun time. And you go, yeah, all we did was have an afternoon barbecue with some beers, and we watched the game, and I decided to co-opt everyone's passion for a team that I don't care about. So at the end of the game, when they lose, and it's the Bears, so they
Yes,
probably
of
do,
course. Yep.
at the end of the game, you go, I don't even care as much as everyone else does because they're not even my team.
Right.
And I'm going to give this jersey back to Daniel, and I'm going to go back to my life.
Right.
I think it's
that's what's
interesting.
fun about sports. I don't follow a team, but I will do that every time there's an event to watch. I will
Same.
gladly go, who's the team that everyone's, all right, then great, let's do it.
Yep.
Let's get on board. Let's have fun.
Yep.
I love that both of your examples involved face paint. I can tell you're an artist.
Yeah.
Both of those examples involve face paint. And also, to speak to your point about holding onto the steering wheel, it's not that you have to let go.
Yeah.
It's just you start driving, take your hands off 10 and 2, and put them at 12 and
look,
6.
Look cooler.
If you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Yes.
Look cooler.
Absolutely.
You're saying drive like this.
This.
Well, maybe
saying drive like that.
maybe that bottom hand isn't on the steering wheel.
I drive like this.
Yeah.
Wait,
You do?
Are you talking about masturbating while you're driving?
Absolutely.
Oh, okay.
Hey. You know,
Okay. Daniel, your turn to talk.
I'm saying through life. I'm saying through life. You do seem like a guy who has a sock on his passenger seat for
Is
a
that
long road
true?
trip.
Is that true?
I've always thought about it, like masturbating, but I don't.
While driving?
Yeah, but I've never done it. Have
This
you
is
done it?
40. Guys, am I right? This is
I'm not
40.
going to answer that.
You have done it. Have you done it? Well, you have a
Masturbated
Tesla.
while
You could be
driving?
doing anything in the world.
I'm
You're
in the back.
goddamn-
I'm in the back seat hanging out.
You're laying down in the back seat. Just going to town on yourself.
But no, to very maturely answer your question, I have not masturbated while driving.
Me either have I. I've thought about it though.
To very maturely
you have.
answer your question.
But you
I have driven to Kirksville, Missouri.
So you have.
And I think that's all you need to know.
What would turn you on while driving?
Well,
what would?
Kirksville, Missouri. He clearly was very excited to get there.
I love mile markers.
I can't wait for the show tonight.
Are you not familiar with Truman State University?
I would say do take a trip. Our soon to
Go
be
to Costa
40-year-old.
Rica. I know you don't drink. Ayahuasca.
Yeah, that's the other thing. I wonder that as well.
Do something, you want to open your mind, do that. Or just go ziplining. Or go to the
I
volcano.
wish they would have listed examples of where the trip might be. Do you know what I mean? I think about taking a trip. Here's my top 3. Because I feel like we could have waited. In fact, when you hear this, if you decide to write in for a Patreon, if you
I wanna
are
know what
going
you
to take a
did.
trip and we haven't hit. Also, if you've already gone and we're past the timing
What
on
did
this,
you do?
then what did you do? But if you haven't, give us that top 3, top 5. Which place should I go to? Because we might have been there. We've traveled a lot in this business.
Yeah,
It could
You
be
just
somewhere
got back
very
from Hawaii.
interesting. You
I did. Yeah.
What'd you do?
Shows in Honolulu.
Oh, good for you.
It was fun. Yeah.
I'm sure it was.
And they're down for whatever. So they say I'm pretty much down for whatever. So ayahuasca might be on the table.
Is it? Am I? This is like.
Yes, it's hard to spell.
You're
Is that
gonna
what you're
be
going to
nice
say?
to me. Yeah, why would I think you wouldn't be nice? I like tours. I like a
What do you
good
mean?
historical tour.
Not me.
Like, teach me some stuff.
Could not be more opposite.
Really?
Yeah.
You don't want to go somewhere and learn?
No.
Wow.
I
And
went
that's-
to-
I went
there's
to-
nothing wrong with that. I'm not saying.
I went
like,
to school and didn't want to do it there.
But you've been to.
So-
you never did like a tour in Italy. Like we're like, hey, we're gonna show you where all these things are and how.
No. I
Oh,
mean,
man.
we
You
did
just
go
found your own
through.
way?
We did go through the like.
Did you do the audio tour?
Sistine Chapel? So we did go into like the Roman.
Have you done
whatever.
the audio tour of Alcatraz?
No.
Dude, amazing.
Yep.
Yeah. What about you?
I was in Maui, and we did. We had an app that we didn't have a tour guide. But
Yeah.
there was an app that used satellite to tell where you were, and it would tell you pull off here for this, and
Oh,
pull
that's
to the
cool.
road to Hana.
Yeah.
And it was incredible.
Yeah.
Oh, I like that too.
I forgot that I did Tig Notaro's festival in D.C., the first one forever ago, the Benson Ball.
Yeah.
And one of the things was that all of the comics went on a private tour of the White House.
Wow.
And this is how dumb I am. It's not like I've lived a crazy life. I forgot that I did that. I forgot that I've been inside the White House. And to an example, and I'm saying that to let you know, it's not exciting. You are like, oh, yes, history. Oh, yes, all of these people we know about slept there or had a ball in
At
here
best,
or
it's
whatever.
interesting. At best.
Yes.
Not exciting.
And you go, oh, this is a thing I will brag that I've done,
Yeah.
and which I maybe did for a month.
Mm-hmm.
But I so much so that I didn't even remember that I did it. You know what I do remember is that we all rode the
Segways.
segways around DC. That was like a DC segway tour, and I remember that because I was like, "This is so fun."
Yeah.
I was at. I got to quickly tell you this. I was at a gym in Cleveland at the hotel. And you can
Brag.
see out. Thank you. I used to lift.
I think you lift. I think you
left.
still lift.
So
What do you bench? What's your height?
So
What could you put
there's a
up right
Segway tour. There's a Segway tour going on And there's an old man and an old woman in it, and the old man eats shit.
Oh no!
But the lady can't figure out how to stop. So
Runs
she,
over him.
Nope. She keeps going, and then about 5 minutes later, she comes from that same direction. So she had to go around the block because she couldn't figure out how to stop it. It was so great.
Hey, could you imagine? She was
oh,
like
there
the whole
he
time
is.
going, oh God, Gerald.
Hang in there, pal.
Coming.
Oh, that's horrific.
Anonymous person who maybe did not want to remain anonymous. Sorry that we've kept you anonymous.
Well, will you
but
write
write us
in?
back.
Yeah.
Give us your name if you want to, and say that we can say it. But also give us some ideas of where you think you might take your trip, because we might have some input. And right there, that's a Patreon, and that's how Patreons work. But
CC me on that.
and
if
like
you will.
we'll get Chad
Sure,
involved.
yeah.
I get some stuff.
We'll let you know.
Actually, there's a chance we do it when you're back in town, and you'll just come on and do the Patreon for this exact letter.
We've only ever had one
Guys fly me
Patreon, I
out.
guess.
But great letter, and in advance, happy 40th birthday.
Yeah,
we
no kidding.
wish you well. Sincerely, your pen pals, Rory Scovel.
Daniel Van Kirk.
And Chad Daniels.
And we're back! Chad, we're joined today by Chad Daniels. If you're
Van
just
Kirk.
listening, remember radio has to always like, it is funny. We're joined here by Chad Daniels.
No, if you've never heard of him before, Chad, give people a little bit of taste of what they're going to hear when they come out this weekend.
Chad, there's 5 shows. Is that right? There's going to be 5 shows tonight.
Yeah, five.
Tonight.
Five if I remember correctly. Yeah.
Tonight.
This is where we do plugs. I don't know the date this will.
This is
drop,
coming out the 26th of October.
So come and see me at Zany's in
This weekend?
Nashville. I'm going to be there this weekend.
28th, 29th?
28, 29, 30.
You think you're going to get any Halloween costumes?
I don't know. I
30th
don't
is
know.
Sunday.
I
sure
hope so.
are.
Nashville. Everyone's a cowboy already. So hopefully they just show up as cowboys.
That's a weekend I won't work.
I believe you.
Halloween
St.
is
Patrick's
Monday,
Day?
so it's 27, 28, 29.
Yeah, but it's still that's the
Oh, I know.
weekend of the.
Oh, it's gonna be.
parties.
It'll be awful. Saturday will be awful. It'll be absolutely awful. So if you are a fan and you want to come be supportive of me trying to trudge through, who knows what it'll be like? Please come out on that Saturday. And then Daniel and I are going to be in Houston doing pen pals and stand up in November. We'll announce more of that.
I bet we
later.
have so much fun at that festival.
I'm ready for it.
Come and take it comedy festival.
I'm ready for it.
I was supposed to be in Denver this weekend, this Saturday, doing the Grolic show with the good boys, and I don't get to.
Yeah. Hey, don't
So-
be afraid to do plugs that aren't going to happen, but could have
Well,
happened.
I'm trying to let people know to remind them I'm not going to be there. I felt bad I had to cancel it for a thing that I'm shooting. So, if you're planning on seeing me this weekend and you're just finding out now, tell Rory, hey, I'm glad Daniels told me.
I actually would rather you show up and then go, hey, I still showed up. And then Daniel would know you're the most supportive person in the world who doesn't pay attention to details.
Go to danielvankirk.com if you want to get tickets for Come and Take It Comedy Festival.
Yep.
Do I get to plug?
Yeah.
Oh, great. In December, I will be, I was going to be in the World Strongman competition,
Oh.
lifting those stones,
Yeah.
but they're heavy.
Yep.
So I
Gaelic,
canceled.
like the
So you
Gaelic
cancel?
games.
Yeah,
or
yeah,
something.
yeah. I canceled.
The Highland Games.
Due to the activities.
That's Scottish.
But December 3rd, I'm going to be doing 2 specials at the Orpheum in Madison. The early show, I'm going to be doing 45 minutes, and the late show a different 45 minutes, and we'll
Wow.
record them with a different curtain and different outfit.
It's
So
just
they're going to be 2 different things.
braggy.
I know it
just
is, but I
hate you.
want people to know they can buy both tickets
Yep.
and not hear the same stuff.
Oh,
That's
good
why
point.
I'm saying.
Good
And
point.
then is it? You don't have to give anything away. Is it a concept as to why you're doing this as part of what's going to happen with these, or are you?
No, the concept is I didn't record when I should have, and I
Yeah.
have too much material.
Do you
Fair
remember
enough.
when Smashing Pumpkins put out Melancholy and the Infinite Sadness?
Yeah.
Chad's like, I want to do the stand-up version of that.
Well, the infinite sadness part is right.
So is the melancholy.
But yeah, and then you can go to chaddaniels.com/tour for any dates.
Yep.
If you're not in Madison.
Get on it, folks.
and
Chad,
hey-
if you also, I don't know what our listeners and viewers know, but if you are sitting here and you don't know Chad, look him up on YouTube right now, or maybe you can point to a special that's already in a certain location or where they can buy it or stream it or whatever. But check out Chad's fucking stand-up. It's so goddamn
So
good. It's so
goddamn
funny, and it's great. I love it.
I love it too.
Yeah.
Thank you guys.
And I love you.
Thank you. I
Okay.
love you back.
I like you.
I like you too.
Okay.
And also, maybe keep an eye on the YouTube. You never know when a certain address to a secret thing might show up.
That's
okay.
right. Here we go.
Am I going to say this right?
Probably not.
Diva Kirk and Sko.
Yeah, I think you did say it right. And out of order, but you said it right.
No, I read it the way it's written.
I know, but they got it wrong.
Whose name's first there, Chad?
It looks like D. the Kirk.
So that'd be me, right?
Yeah, looks like it.
Well, we assume. We don't know.
I guess technically we are assuming.
We are assuming.
But what do you think? What do you assume Sko is?
Chad. Could be Chad.
Daniels?
I'm not even in this.
Okay, here we go. Ready? A freshly opened bag of non-ruffle chips. Are you grabbing a handful willy-nilly, or are you looking in the bag to snag some gnarly folded chips? You putting any chips on your sandwich or only on the side? Growing up, our fam fought over the folded chips. Lay's, Cape Cod, and Wachusett. Is that how you say that?
Never heard of that. Wachusett
That's
brands.
gotta be it. Since the Cape Cod makes me feel like this has to be Northeast.
Okay.
Wachusett brands, and my brother and I would slap some large flat chips on our sandwiches and smoosh the bread down for that crispity, crunchity goodness. Love the pod so hard. Suzy. Bing dong, ding dong, ding dong, ding 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 dong. Hey boys,
Here's what I want to say.
you ever go through a chip phase? with your
Chips on a
Sammy?
sandwich? Yes.
What type of sandwich?
I think almost any of them it would work.
A Reuben?
Yeah. Yes.
Really?
Yeah, a crunch. A good crunch is
A grilled
worth it.
chicken sandwich?
Yeah.
Wow.
I don't know that you can
I'm
name
not
a sandwich.
saying these things.
I
The
know.
answer's no. I'm saying
know.
these genuinely. Peanut butter and jelly?
That might be it.
I bet you that's a jam.
I think that
no
would
pun
be the
intended.
best one.
Because
Yeah.
the salt. Because
Yeah.
the salt from the chips.
Yeah.
I've
Absolutely.
never tried it, but I bet you that is good.
I bet you that's really good.
I can't do chips on a sandwich. Same reason I can't eat Captain Crunch. I have a soft palate.
What does that
And-
mean?
And
It's
anything,
just
it means
scratching up his
anything
fucking-
where I don't know where there's a rogue angle of something sharp.
Cuts your mouth?
It hurts very badly.
Yeah.
And so when I eat a chip, I lay it on my tongue
Okay.
and
so
then I just
communion.
kind of
You're more of a communion
yep.
style.
and I just nibble.
Is this real?
Yeah, I nibble.
Wait, so you'll go.
Even a
This
hold
justifies
on.
the infinite sadness.
Even a Cadbury egg, I have to put in my mouth.
Hold
and
on.
it softens.
Hold on.
Cadbury
Hold
egg?
I put the
on.
whole thing in.
Hold
No.
on.
No.
Hold on.
You're
Hold
done.
I'm not-
on.
You're done.
I'm not. I'm not saying it's gonna cut,
Hold
but I'm
on.
saying it could bruise. And so
Hold on.
I soften
You-
it and I squish it with my
Wait.
tongue against myself. Okay, wait.
Chad,
That makes no sense.
hold on. You insert a whole
You don't
chip
have to
into
do
your
what
mouth.
you're doing. You do not have to do
There's
what you're
not
doing.
everybody's
I
gonna
lay it.
watch this.
I
Oh,
lay
that's right.
it on my tongue.
You put it in
I lay it on my tongue flat.
Like this.
like a
Flat. Yes, like a
Communion.
communion. Like exactly what you said.
like
the
communion
body of Christ. And you're like,
broken
amen.
for you, and you're like, I'll
Christ be
break
with
it
you.
Hard
myself.
pass on that.
So
Okay.
you put it all into your mouth. You
Yes.
throat it.
You let the
Yeah.
saliva
Then
break it down.
you go.
That's
Then
probably the
I
most
just
mature
kinda,
way to
I
eat
kind of
something,
chew
honestly.
it softly. I'm not
Left
like
to
big,
right.
I'm
you
not
work
big
it from-
mouth open,
Wait,
close hard.
How come? Genuine question. How come you don't swirl it? Like, what do you go?
Oh.
I don't know. I mean, I've had
Well,
a beard
because that
for a
looks
while.
crazy. I
and
mean,
so
both are crazy.
Both are crazy.
But that looks crazy.
I've mastered
This one you
opening
can
my
hide.
mouth widely
Yeah.
to get things in without
I wish-
leaving food on my
Do
mustache.
we have a
Oh,
chip
yeah.
in this office right now? No, we have popcorn. That's it.
Gesundheit.
Thank you. Here's what I am.
We're done with this?
We're done with Chad.
Thank you.
I can't believe, the Cadbury egg. What are you so afraid of?
I don't think I'm afraid of it. I think I just like how that. I think a melted chocolate blends better with the inside.
Oh, so this is.
But I do think you could bruise because I also freeze. I freeze my Cadbury egg. Should I have started with that? That helps.
I freeze them too.
So
So
I
that
freeze
does
it,
that does
and I-
add. That does make sense.
Right, because
I've
then
never
if,
had
if
a
you
cracked
take,
Cadbury egg in my
If you
life.
take a frozen chunk of chocolate to the soft palate,
One second. What did you just say?
Never. I've never.
You've never what? Oh God, he's going designing women.
sorry
he's
to
going catchphrase.
sorry to the listeners, and if there's kids in the car, please lower the volume.
Yeah.
Fuck you.
I've never had one.
You've never had a Cadbury egg.
No.
How?
Did you know?
How
Tell
have
him
you
what else you
avoided-
haven't had.
how have you
Tell him what
avoided-
else you haven't had.
How have you
Until-
avoided Cadbury
Until
egg?
Rory came in my life, I hadn't had a Big Mac.
He'd never had a Big Mac, Chad, and he calls himself
Over
American.
99 billion served, and you're not one
He
of
grew up
them.
in the Midwest
What
too.
in the
that makes
hell,
no
dude?
sense.
Did we have our first Blizzard together?
Okay,
Yes.
Okay.
No, not me.
I know.
He's never had a Whopper. He's never had a Whopper. He's never had a Big Mac until I came along, and
Oh
yeah,
my
I'm going
God.
to take credit. Blizzards, Big Mac,
That's
Philly cheesesteak.
Oh yeah, I did have my first Philly
Do you know
cheesesteak.
that I've followed
eggnog.
Bojangles. He didn't
Oh
try
my
it. No,
God.
Eggnog.
I have followed a Whopper with a Big Mac with a Blizzard.
Guzzled down with eggnog at the end of that. Frozen Cadbury cream egg to close.
They do not look
why
that
not
good.
Cadbury cream egg blizzards? Am I right or am I wrong?
I know.
Why not?
On Easter, I make omelets with Cadbury eggs. I crack them. I get all cutesy with it. The kids like it.
New co-host.
You put it in
Good
eggs?
to meet you, brother.
No, I just do it on the. It's just the Cadbury egg.
Are they really that good?
Yeah.
Honestly, I swear to God, I
have you
feel
had
like
this?
you two are the only people who
Cadbury
would freak
cream
out like
egg
this.
cookies. I don't know how new they are.
I haven't had those.
It's Cadbury going, we got to mix it up. My wife bought them because I love Cadbury cream eggs. She bought them. I ate it and I go, I never thought I'd say this. I might prefer this over the Cadbury cream egg. It's the same thing, but it's a cookie. And it's so
Why is it so good? It looks gross.
I'll give you that.
Oh,
I'll give you
sugar
that.
wrapped in chocolate looks gross.
Because it does look like an egg. Is that what you mean?
Yeah, isn't there cream in the inside?
Yeah, that's the
Yeah,
delicious
Cadbury
part.
cream egg.
Yeah.
Dude, please.
Never had it.
Daniel,
I'm not doing a bit to be funny.
I wish you were.
Yeah. I wish all of a sudden you were like, just kidding, and I could respect you again.
And then you vomited out
Why?
a Cadbury cream
I
egg.
bet
still
you've
in the
had things
tinfoil.
that I've had throughout my entire life. Or you've never had them.
Okay. I'm
Name
ready.
one. Name
Yep,
one.
I dare you.
Name one. Try him.
You're the I
you
don't
ever
drink,
had-
but I'm up for anything. That's like your thing.
Have
You
you
haven't
ever-
had a Cadbury. I
sports.
bet you.
Have you ever had a Hub City cookie?
I have.
I don't even know what that
Because
means.
of me.
Changed my life.
These are my family's cookie recipe. I'll get you some sent to your house if you want.
Yeah,
There.
yeah.
Daniel is a master at plugging, and boy, that was good timing.
Thanks,
I like
brother.
that.
Well, I really tried to think of something. What is in my life?
But you have to name something accessible
Right. You're right.
to the masses.
So
I mean, it is if you go to
Oh,
3bestbakery.com.
I'm gonna available right now. Available at 3bestbakery.com.
Christmas
Oh,
cookies.
I didn't know
right
that
around
I
the corner.
pitched on a softball league.
You did.
You did, and you brought it right down
You
the
brought
middle.
it full circle,
Dude.
You are around the bases. I'm gonna bring it back here just a little bit. You're making a
chips.
sandwich. You're making a sandwich. You're getting to
Yep.
make your favorite sandwich.
Right.
Because of your situation, your mouth, your soft mouth.
Yeah,
Because you got soft mouth.
Soft mouth.
That's your
Do you
next
toast?
album.
Do you toast?
Chad
Because I
Daniels.
love
Toast bread.
toasted
Yep.
bread.
Soft mouth.
That doesn't fuck up anything.
No,
for
I mean
you?
I don't toast it, till it's burnt.
Yeah.
But I do toast it for a little bit of
A soft,
crunch.
a soft warming.
Yeah.
Yeah. What's your favorite sandwich?
Oh boy.
You're at a deli. Not because at home you can't do what you want to do. You're at a deli where you have
With chips or
literally
without?
every
I
selection.
mean, if so, at Subway, they say you can go there and lose weight.
yeah.
I get the meatball
Okay.
with Chipotle sauce.
Whoa.
So there's
This is
no,
like a
there's
version
no
of
weight
the
loss.
Aranca.
There's no weight.
Have you ever had an Aranca?
Uh-uh.
Me either.
My buddy in college, we were drunk spring break Hasa Aranka from Finland. We're drunk at this is 2000,
You've
2001.
never said that they're from Finland, and now I find out both of us had Finnish friends in college.
Finnish friends in college,
If I
played
could
on the
just,
soccer team.
If I could just shout out Flurgan.
Yeah.
Well, then I'll shout out
We get
Hilkalosa
in the
Ivenainen.
we go in the line for Subway. It's the only late night post clubs. It's It's Panama City Beach, Florida. People are coming out of clubs. Subway is crushing it. Every employee
course.
hates every element of everything.
Yeah.
I'm behind him in line. He gets a Subway footlong meatball sandwich, mayonnaise all along the side, meatball with mayonnaise. And I go, I'll get that too. Granted, I'm super drunk. Might have been high. I don't know. Ate it, and I was like, I thought this would be so gross, and I absolutely love it. We've talked about it on this show. People have actively gone to or we've tried to call it the Aranca. People have gone to Subway to try it. A lot of people written in saying it did taste
did,
pretty good. Now,
yes.
granted, that meatball sauce is so overwhelming.
Right.
You're not getting traditional mayonnaise flavor, I'm sure. But I feel
Is
like
there
what you
cheese?
just said lives in the ballpark of.
If you go meatball,
What made you
if
decide
go
to try
meatball,
that?
black olives, little bit of banana peppers, and then chipotle,
oh wow,
it changes your
what
life.
kind of bread
it's
are you
not
going
good
with?
for you. Just wheat.
It sounds very healthy.
Sounds disgusting.
It sounds like it
Says
really
the guy
is
who's
good.
never had a Cadbury egg.
I can't
I
even.
don't know, they look weird.
And a Whopper. He's never had a Whopper.
Is that
Still?
that weird? No.
Well, now you're just doing it to be a jerk.
No.
No. He
How often
literally-
are you going to Burger King?
I mean, I told you I stopped trying.
Right.
So a lot.
Oh, yeah.
He had French toast sticks this morning for breakfast.
Did you really?
No, because you can't
No,
stop
I couldn't
anywhere,
find-
or it'll be another hour and 45 minutes on
That's
these
what
goddamn
stopped you.
highways.
That's what stopped you is
Yeah.
traffic.
Yes. I got to get back on and wait for a green light to get on the highway again? No,
Yeah,
thanks.
I'm gonna do a sausage, egg, and cheese. Could you put a Cadbury cream egg on that, or do you guys have that? Or
Let me ask you guys a question about these chips. It's always potato, right? Like nobody's putting Doritos on
I've
it.
seen
would.
people put
On a
Cool
sandwich.
Ranch on.
I've done that.
On a sandwich?
I'm into
On a
it.
sandwich?
Yeah, it adds crunch, and also Cool Ranch is a great.
I bet you a Cool
flavor
Ranch
chip.
Dorito would be good in your weird ass meatball sub.
I was just thinking about that.
What's your that actually is a great idea. What is your favorite type of chip though? What are you going with? Flavored? You going barbecue? You going salt and vinegar?
I go flavored. I do like if you take sour cream and then
Yeah.
you put the Lipton onion in there and let it sit for a couple hours. You mix it up,
Okay.
and then I like just a normal potato chip dipped in that.
What's a Lipton onion?
So there's Lipton onion soup mix. It's a powder.
Yeah.
And you put it in a sour cream container, mix
So
it
you're
up.
making a dip.
You're making it.
Okay.
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
But it's very easy.
Oh my.
What's your chip
God.
with that you like?
Just a normal potato chip.
Yeah. Those are always good. A little French onion dip.
Yeah.
But I love the, is it Zapp's Voodoo Heat?
Oh yeah.
That's a
good stuff.
great chip.
Let me throw this at you.
I have a question for you as well.
Badass French onion dip with really good potato chips,
Mm-hmm.
or really good salsa with really good tortilla chips.
A salsa and tortilla every day.
all day, every day.
Yeah.
I'll pick that if I can get a
Mark.
white queso. Or
Ooh,
queso
white
blanco.
queso.
Don't even.
That is chef's kiss.
So funny, your question leads into my question. Do you guys have a Tostitos preference?
Yes,
What is it?
scoops.
Really?
I know. I'm not popular. With
I
that.
like the classic rounds.
I like that
Because you have cantina style, restaurant style.
Naturally brought the show to like, hey guys.
Well, we're getting real
let's get
personal
it.
now.
Hey, we're coming in for the close right now. This is how we
It's just like, did these three
land-
get
hey,
really
guys?
stoned during the break?
Hey guys, seats forward, trays up. Okay, we're coming in for the landing.
Do you have a preference on Tostitos? Or do you
I
have a
don't- I don't
preference
need-
on tortilla chip?
I like the ones from the brown paper bag that look.
Yeah,
With the strip? With
Yeah.
the actual like
Yeah.
rectangular
Yeah.
strip?
yeah.
That's like a Costco buy, right?
I don't have Costco because I'm an empty nester and alone. But
Oh. Yeah, it's too much food.
That's why you put candy on your breakfast.
every grocery store has now become a Costco to me because I'm like 8 buns.
That's plenty.
The hell am I going to do with 8
Everything's
buns?
plenty.
Larry's.
And then for the whole week, I ate hot dogs on hamburger buns.
That's exactly what
Did
you
you
have to do.
did you answer your own question in terms of favorite chip?
Oh, if I'm going, my favorite sandwich at a deli is probably an Italian.
Of course. You always know you know the deli based on that
and
sandwich.
and also, I mean,
Jersey
there's
Mike's
just something about
Italian's
the
really
oil and
good.
vinegar and the banana peppers.
Mm-hmm.
It just does it. I gotta say, I'm also a bigger fan now of pickles on a sandwich than when I
Always.
was a kid. As a kid,
I
it
love them.
never made sense to me that pickles were on like the Chick-fil-A sandwich or on a burger or on a regular sandwich.
Mm-hmm.
It never made sense to me. I never understood it. I was like, I don't think these two play well.
Man.
Now, as an adult, I don't know if my palate changed or what, but
Sure.
I'm like, I get it and I fucking love it. And banana peppers, big fan.
Remember in Tom and Jerry how good those
But I go salt and
sandwiches
vinegar.
looked?
Yeah.
I go salt and vinegar.
Or
Kettle chips, to answer your question. Yeah, salt
Shaggy.
and vinegar, kettle chips. That's probably
Yeah, they always made
That's
a
a
good
good one.
to
sandwich.
answer your question.
Pickles. My little sister used to drink pickle juice.
Yeah.
And she
Oh,
would,
yeah.
she would walk to this place called Dairyland, which was just it was like a drive-through kind of
Yeah.
place. And she would just
Very schoolhouse, Daniel.
she would go in there and just get a side of pickles.
Yeah.
And everybody loved her because she was this cute little kid.
Yeah.
And it grossed me
And
out.
she's in her 30s at the time of this story.
She grossed me out so much that I couldn't eat pickles.
Really?
Yeah.
She would drink pickle juice in front of me and I would gag.
Have you ever come around?
Yeah, now I do.
Yeah.
About 7 years ago, I started. I was.
What
I
about
was
the pickle shooters, like the pickle chaser?
Jameson. It's a pickleback. It's
Yeah,
Jameson.
can't
and-
do it.
I don't think I can.
It's the best way to do a Jameson shot.
But do you like it, or do you just go, "That's the best way to do it"? Do you actually prefer it? Do you go, I actually really like the shot, and I really like
No,
chasing.
if
it
you're
with the
if you're
pickle
like,
juice."
hey, you need to do a shot, right? I'm either just give me some tequila or a Malort.
No, have you ever had? Oh, Malort.
Malort.
Get
out
out of
here
with
with
your
more
horse
horse
shit,
shit,
Wisconsin,
Illinois thing.
Have you ever chased a bad tequila with Bloody Mary mix?
I'm not a
Shot of
Bloody
that.
Mary guy.
Called a Mustang. I'm not either. I
I
love
think
ketchup.
I hate 'em.
I hate Bloody Mary mix, but it just wipes out the tequila.
It took me a long time to finally come to terms that I don't like Bloody Marys or really mimosas.
Oh, not even a mimosa.
I think if someone goes, yes, but we're gonna drink in the morning, I'm almost like, then I just don't give me the morning version. Let's just go ahead and pretend it's 1 p.m.
No.
And give me a beer.
No.
Yep.
Give me a cocktail. Let's
Screwdriver.
skip it.
Just go with a screwdriver.
A screwdriver works great.
That's the best morning
I
drink.
I tell everybody
personal.
the Canadian Club Seagrams. I go,
Wait,
that's
you
a great
turning
summer.
people on to my
I'm
drink?
telling everybody, and people are like, they're like, oh, I haven't had one of those in forever, and I go, and you know what it's great for? A warm, sunny day, tons of ice.
Yeah. I
And you're
know.
just going with Canadian Club with ginger ale.
Well,
I go,
specifically
you'll drink it in
Canada
3
Dry.
seconds. But also,
Wow.
it just tastes like you're having a soda.
Yeah.
You're like, oh, I'm having a soda on a sunny day.
Very funny comedian Kevin Bozeman always does a show in Madison, Wisconsin the night before Thanksgiving. And then Thanksgiving, you show up the next morning to this thing called Breakfast of Champions.
Yeah.
And you order food, but the liquor tab, we ask for it to be separate. And they go, all right, what do you need? Like a Bailey's in your coffee? We're like, no thanks, Jameson shots. And we just bury Jameson shots almost all day.
Are you doing that this year?
Go back and sleep. Not this year because my daughter will be coming home for Thanksgiving from college.
And you don't want to take her to that?
I can't miss that.
You don't want to take her to this event?
Yeah, she'd probably bury us now that she's had a little college
You're like
experience.
some college training? Yeah, exactly.
She's just like, do you guys have Pink Whitney?
Like, oh, yeah.
Just old Western.
And I'm
leave the
just sitting
bottle.
there going, well, Daniel and I were just going to have some Malort if we could.
Oh, yuck.
She's
I mean,
just
it's-
drinking straight out of a tequila
You hate
bottle.
it, really?
Yeah.
What is Malort?
It's
It's a liqueur.
I can tell you. When I was younger, I swallowed some poison.
Okay.
And my mom was like, we got to get that out of you. So she gave me a shot of Malort.
And you puked.
I puked all over.
Yeah.
Is that
That's
true?
what it's used for. It's an Epicac.
It's not an epic.
Why did you drink poison? That's stupid.
I didn't. I'm sorry, you guys. I made up a story for comedy. I'm so sorry.
It's okay. We still love you.
I made up a story for comedy. Can we cut that?
No.
No, actually, we're going to double it. We're going to make it appear happen
on a loop?
It's twice.
Last question. Do you
Yeah.
guys, I've never thought of this in my life. Do you care about folded chips?
I've never thought about it. I do see the value. It's almost like you're
his
getting
mouth
a
can't handle
double.
it.
You could never handle
I,
it.
I love a folded chip when you're talking about dip.
Of
Then
course.
you can get it
Yeah.
on in there.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah,
that's
yeah.
why I like the scoops style Tostitos, which I gotta say, like Tostitos, it's obviously established. It's out there. It is a brand. But the older you get, especially living in Los Angeles, you're like, oh, I can go to the store and get the more like localized tortilla chip that is way better.
No, it's a gamble.
It is a gamble. And it's also a gamble with the salsa that you can get at their.
Finding
Because
a
sometimes
good- I know.
it's the best.
I know.
Really, the best thing to do is like when you have a Mexican restaurant you like, game day, you go there and you just go, yeah, give me the tub
Yeah,
of
can I buy a
salsa,
pint?
and I'm just gonna go back home and tell everyone I made it and just take credit. Todd Glass, when he has hosted people, funniest thing, will go out to his grill and be like, I don't know, am I going to put the burgers on? Are you guys hungry? And everyone's like, yeah, I'm really hungry. And he goes like, all right, just give me a little bit. Let me get these burgers on. We'll go out to his grill, open it, where he has stacked a platter of Big Macs like a pyramid.
Oh, you've never been invited.
And he'll come inside. They're all unwrapped. He'll come inside and he goes, I tried to make these so they tasted like the McDonald's kind, but I probably fucked up. But I don't know. If you like it, you like it. And people are like, you're obviously you're already laughing because it's so stupid. And also a great idea for hosting.
Right.
But then to bite into it and go, I think you did a good job. Like go along with it. Like it does taste a lot like McDonald's. And him be like, you think so? You really think I got it right? Like the sauce and everything. Like you really, did you look this up? Like that kind of shit is so fucking funny to me.
That reminds me of the Ted Alexandro bit where his mom would always go to Boston Market for Thanksgiving, but she'd unwrap it and put it on serving trays.
Yes, to make it look like she
And,
did
and
it.
him and his brother were the only two that knew. So he'd be like, "So do we get 2 sides with this, or?" So good.
I think that's such a great idea. All right, Suzy.
Alrighty. Well, chips.
Chippy chips.
I love it. Thanks so much, Suzy, for sending this in. Go to Chad's both of his specials in the same night. Make it a 1-night, 2-show night.
Do
for
it.
you. We wish you well. Sincerely, your pen pals, Daniel Van Kirk.
Rory Van Scovel.
And Chad Daniels.
Not Chad Daniels. Chad Dan Daniels.
Should have.
Should have, would have, could have.
Chad Daniels Kirk.